Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of our colors and the recitation of the national anthem by the Francis Lewis High School JROTC Honor Guard, commanded by Command Sergeant Major Charles Cabrera.
Time! March! Colors! Halt! Left! Face! Present! Arms!
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have the singing of the national anthem by Shamira Mighty.
It's okay.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red like the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say those that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you very much. Now the Francis Lewis JROTC is dismissed.
Right! Face! Forward! March!
Please remain standing while we have the invocation now from Rabbi Menashe Bovit from the Belrose Jewish Center. Rabbi?
I'm so honored to be here today. I feel so blessed. Anybody else here feel blessed to be here today? Prayer is important. Prayer is very important. There's a fellow who was traveling in the Sierra Nevada mountains. He got stuck in a snowstorm. He hadn't said a prayer since he was in Hebrew school. I don't know if everybody here knows what Hebrew school is. But he hadn't said, it's kind of like catechism for Jews. So he hadn't said a prayer since he'd been in Hebrew school. He didn't know what to do, so he started praying. And he was praying and praying and praying, but the snow piled up and snow piled up and snow piled up. And unfortunately, the poor fellow expired. And he went up to his spiritual reward in the afterlife, and he went before what they call in Hebrew the Kisei HaKavod, the heavenly throne. And he complained to God. He said, God, I prayed and I prayed, and what happened? You didn't do anything for me. And God said, I'm sorry, but I hadn't heard from you in so long that I ended up starting a pickup truck in Montana instead. So prayer is very important. And we're here today because we want to really restore America back to what America really is. We want to turn around what in Hebrew is called sheker, which means falsehood, towards truth. And I prepared some educational things, but I'll leave them aside for the sake of brevity. And the Hebrew alphabet is very broad, and there's 3 letters near the end, and if you put them together, they spell the word sheker, which means falsehood. And for 8 years, we have tried to stand up against falsehood, which seems to come together quickly with a lot of strength. And it's presented a false message that America needs to take a back seat in the world, that America isn't the land of opportunity, that we need to apologize to the world, that we don't need to stand up against radical Islamic terrorism and stand up for American freedom. But right now we are coming forth with the forces of truth. And the word truth in Hebrew is emet, which is the first, middle, and last letters of the Hebrew alphabet. So we're bringing a lot of people together, a lot of diversity together here today, and we're representative of what's going on in this country. We're turning this country around. So I'd like to bring forth, we call God Hamakam, the omnipresent God, Makor HaChaim, the source of all life. Please bring forth your blessings to us to bless this gathering today, to connect with gatherings like this around the country, that turn this country around and become the vessel for God's blessing that the United States of America truly is. And let us say, God bless America, and let us say, Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi. We're going to have a moment of silence now, please, for a great American hero. Our Justice Antonin Scalia recently passed away, and also let's also pray and have a moment of silence for our dear friend Janet Malone, a local American hero. Let's pray.
Fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run with the brave dare not go. Unrightable wrong, and to love, hear and taste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary to reach the unreachable star.